Hey guys, it's Jill Whalen, back with another live video. Today's I called, what was it? We never know what's going to happen, even when we think we do. So this one was inspired by, I was watching the football game yesterday. The Patriots, we're Patriots fans here. I'm not a huge sports fan in general, but I was watching with my husband, and the Patriots started out like making all these really what seemed like really dumb mistakes, and so it looked really bad. And so it's funny how your mind, when you see when you're seeing that it looks that they're doing stupid stuff that's gonna, the turnovers, they're getting intercepted, things like that. When you see stuff like that, it looks like they're screwed, right? That's it, game's over, there's no way they can win this game, because this is how they're playing. And this was the first 5-10 minutes, I don't know, the first quarter of the game, but you get that feeling like that's what, because it just looks so dire and bad, and that they suck and whatever. And of course, things in sports, you really can't go by that, even though we tend to do that. Things turn around. Other teams make mistakes. We learn stuff. Our team gets better, whatever, and things go back and forth. And that's what happened, of course, in that game. In the end, the Patriots did end up winning. But it made me think about how this is like how so much or everything in life is the same way, right? Something happens, and we just get these thoughts. Oh God, that's it. This is how it's always going to be. This sucks. This is my life now. All these bad things have happened. I'm screwed. Just like in the game, how it looks like that at the time. It feels so real, and it seems like that's it, because those are the thoughts we're having in that moment, and it's creating that experience for us. And it can be anything in life. You get a physical thing, or even a cold or something, but or any kind of physical thing, and it feels like it's going to last forever, right? Like it's like, this is my life now. My nose will never get unstuffed. I'm screwed. This is it. And then, of course, invariably, things change as they do, and we feel better, and life changes. But it's so much. Everything is like that. And yet, every time it happens, I mean, I was that same way with the football game. It just looked like, oh, we're screwed. And then, of course, you go the other way when things look good for your team. Oh, we totally have the game won. You know, they turned it around. We're going to win. And then, of course, anything can happen then, too. Even at the end of the game I was watching, it came down to, one thing at the very last second that it could have tied up the game, and then who knows what would have happened. Even though it was feeling good, it was feeling like we were sure to win, 2 minutes before. Same thing in life. It changes constantly, and we just don't know. And so the moral of this story is when we can remember that, when we're stuck in some kind of thinking that's telling us this is how it's always going to be, or now this is my future, and then imagining all that scenario. No, stop. Remember, wait a minute. That's how it is in this moment. That doesn't tell me anything about the future. It tells us nothing about the future. And when we can remember that, we can go through those times that are feeling sucky, those moments when our thoughts, whatever, when we're feeling bad or when things look dire in that moment, we can go through it so much more gracefully when we're not looking at it as, that's it, this is my life now, for the rest of my life, this is how things are. It's never true. It just feels that way in the moment, but remembering that that's not true, it just makes it easier then, because you be curious about how maybe things will change, and then we're not dwelling on all those negative things in our mind, because when we think that's how our future is going to be, it just keeps playing round and round in our head over and over again. And that, and that's going to make it more apt to be that way, in fact, actually. But when we know that's just how it is in this moment, doesn't mean that's it for the rest of my life, doesn't mean we lost the game. Anything can turn around at any moment, and it always does. I'll leave you with that, and I'll catch you maybe tomorrow. Bye.